Hello again. I'm not sure where John gets his rumours from, but snow's about the only thing that isn't in the forecast for this coming week. Gales and heavy rain certainly are. More of that in a moment. We're concerned about that through the next 24 hours. But really quite an unsettled start to the week for just about all of us. Quite wet and windy. Tuesday a little bit quieter, the wind's easing, the rain easing off for a time as well. But for the rest of the week, the pattern looks to be, for most of the rain, to be across more northern areas. Everywhere, though, staying mild with winds from the southwest and certainly no chance of any frost during the coming week. But we're certainly watching the winds building up at the moment. Fairly rough seas offshore at Brighton and a really miserable day at Plymouth now, getting up close to gale force, and we've got that heavy rain pushing in as well. In fact, that's really been gathering over the last hour or two, pushing in as a major Atlantic storm system comes in from the southwest. So most parts of England and Wales will catch the heavy rain, and many areas will also catch some severe gales. Looks like at Wales and southern parts of England, most at risk from that severe weather, possibly causing disruption, and certainly those winds possibly strong enough to bring down some trees, power lines, even cause damage to buildings, already gusting over 60 miles an hour through parts of Cornwall. So the Met Office has issued a severe weather warning for the rest of today, particularly across Wales and southern England. Those are the areas most at risk, with those winds gusting at times to over 70 miles an hour, and also that heavy rain to contend with, so really not the afternoon for being out and about. But that rain's also going to spread northwards quite quickly across most parts of England and Wales through the afternoon, eventually up into Northern Ireland and southern Scotland by this evening. And in fact, we could see the strongest winds along the Welsh coast as we move through the evening, but the wind's easing to some extent as the low moves further northwards, taking its rain in across Scotland as we go through tonight. And then sitting there across Scotland and Northern Ireland for a good part of tomorrow. Really quite wet at times here, I think, through the day, with the low pressure sat there right over central Scotland. Further south, lots of blustery showers pushing in. Still those winds close to gale force at times down through the English Channel. But if anywhere is going to stay dry, well, it looks perhaps like that northeastern part of England. By Tuesday, the low-pressure system just beginning to nudge away into the North Sea, so the rain turns more showery. The winds begin to ease down as well. One or two places managing to get a dry day just about. But then the pattern through the latter part of the week, those Atlantic weather systems continuing to push in. So it looks like more northwestern parts that will catch up most of the rain through Wednesday, and a very similar pattern through the latter part of the week as well. The best chance to hang on to some dry, bright and fairly warm weather across the southeast. Temperatures here up to about 19 degrees. That's your weather for the week ahead.